then we were putting them out there to let the public know that we
Oh.
were.
Okay.
And so it did, it kind of looked like a little motorcycle show.
Yeah.
I mean, they looked nice and shiny and neat, and even the way they were parked was not,
So you have those garage doors, those roll
Yeah, the
doors?
two bay, we have two bay doors. And I went in there when, the previous tenant, windows in. It was pretty rough in there, so I came in and cleaned up, the floor of the building and painted and put epoxy on the floor so it can stay nice and clean. That's it.
Mr. Attorney, if it says used automobile sales, it don't say anything about motorcycles, what we go from there?
I'd like to look at it closer in context before we make an
We can
opinion on
discuss
that.
it
Let's
tomorrow.
talk about it in the morning. I think that would be good.
we'll work on this quickly, we won't leave it hanging. Even if it's not what you want to hear.
Right. Well, I'd like to know one way or the other.
Yeah.
You don't do window tinting, do you?
No.
That's what it's, what it was.
before.
Yes, okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Y'all have a good evening.
So no action on item number 11. I think that puts us,
Can I say something before,
yes, sir.
we did get approved for the grant for the backhoe, not a popular subject, but if I sign it, it's only, it doesn't say how many you can get, two, like we put in for, or you can get one. If you get the one backhoe we got is 29 years old, and,
Is that what this is?
Yes.
That doesn't sound like the numbers we were talking about at all.
No, they've actually done, they sent us back some information today, I didn't think we would understand it, but basically, they're gonna give us $169,426.02 in reimbursement, and, the total equipment will be $256 minus that, that's what the city would have to pay. But if you didn't wanna do two vehicles, you just wanted, backhoes, you just wanna do one, the way I was reading the contract, that's $96,000 for that one. Off of the 130, you'd be looking at $34,000.
Can I ask Jeremy?
Sure can.
Okay, so, on my period of not on council or any of this, I was here when you made a presentation, and I heard something totally different than what Marvin heard, so, which very well could be my ears. But I thought that I understood this grant paid more depending on how old the tractor was.
Correct.
I thought I understood both tractors were in the $125,000 range, something like that. And one of them you could buy for like $37,000, the oldest one. If you got rid of the oldest one, it was about $37,000, and if you got rid of the newest one, it was like in the $90s for $120,000.
I don't have all the numbers, but
Okay.
the way it is, yes.
He's
the
making
old-
it sound like it's the same number.
No. Well, it's a combined number, right? 170,000 is our total reimbursement. That's if we go with the two backhoes. The oldest backhoe we have, you're correct. The older, the more money you get. The oldest backhoe we get is 29 years old. Like Marvin said, we would get $96,000 for that one, I believe.
So the 96 is not the purchase price, that's kind of like the credit price.
That's what they would give us reimbursement on, $96,000.
Purchase price is one.
Purchase price was $130 originally when I brought it. I got an updated quote last night from my John Deere vendor. They went down $2,000, so we're at $128,000 per backhoe, brand new.
128?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, the reason why I'm saying this is that when I heard it the first time, we've got to cut everything out of our budget. The guy back there with a gun wants more money.
Correct.
I'm more afraid of him than I am your backhoe.
Well,
But here's what I thought at the time, and I'm just speaking out loud here, but what I thought at the time is that the oldest one seemed like a no-brainer, that it was cheap enough deal, we had to do it,
correct.
and that the older one, in my opinion, we should pass on.
And if I may explain the difference, the oldest one, yes, we will get more money for. Unfortunately, the oldest one is our best and most reliable.
See, there's the problem.
Correct. So the second backhoe is the 2006 model, and we would get $75,000 in reimbursement for that. Our oldest one is so old, obviously, the parts are obsolete. So,
So then we're-
So even if it's
So
the
repairing
most
it is-
reliable, exactly.
correct.
So that doesn't exactly make sense.
Okay,
I
what,
mean, we're real close to seeing, we're, price freeze where we can't buy anything.
Correct.
what happens to the old tractors?
So, if we do, let's
Just
say,
a
go into
Volkswagen?
one or two, we do have to destroy them. We
So then
cut
what?
holes in the block, because it's an emissions grant.
Volkswagen deal, right?
It's the Volkswagen deal.
Yeah, but then they also say we wanna recycle, and there's your chance.
We
Say you
scrap,
can't get parts,
right.
you can't get parts, and
Yes,
you
sir.
I think this is a turf, not the Volkswagen.
It is run under, it's actually, there's two umbrellas. It's technically, excuse me, the Tex Vimp grant, which is the Texas Volkswagen emissions, whatever their legal mumbo is, yeah. But they technically call it TURP, but it falls under the Tex Vimp guidelines
So
with
it
the
would-
emission.
So if we got rid of the oldest one, that's 96,000, we would pay, based off your numbers, because I had to find the 128 that you were talking about, we would pay 32,182 essentially.
Correct.
And where do we have this money?
Water fund will have to be the one. That's the water tractor you're doing, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So here's the question, the money is in the water fund?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We're
So-
at
Earmarked for other
60-some
things.
thousand in the black right
How much is in the water?
now, about 60.
But is any of that earmarked for anything that has to be paid?
No,
In the coming up budget?
no. But that's with everything, but we're looking at rate reduction. That's what we're looking
Rate reduction on what?
at. Water.
For,
Well, we won't sewer, but we will water
for who?
citizens.
Oh, okay.
Rate reduction because we're gonna take on some costs from the city?
Then we're gonna be doing our own one, right?
Okay.
Okay, we'll be doing our own water.
But realistically, we can't, I mean, we're talking probably a year down the road before that, I mean, because it has to generate revenue first.
We're generating the revenue above and beyond what we projected.
Right now. Right now, with water?
And with water. Our reserve fund has already gained over 200,000. But general, no.
Okay, so if this isn't coming out of the general fund, and we are in the black, and we will stay in the black in this particular budget. So here's the thing, I do not think we can be so quickly to say, we're at a freeze, a spending freeze, because that will get us in more trouble in the long run. I mean, you gotta have balance here. And so, if we have a wonderful, archaic, or ancient,
But he says it's the best.
right, but we can no longer repair it because the parts are not available. So whether it's reliable or not, next week, if you need a certain part and we can't get it, then we've lost the opportunity to buy a backhoe. And so, and both of them are relatively old. I feel like,
Lynn, and it's no offense to you, I've been out there sitting in an audience forever. Every year at budget, some dream deal comes up that we
Yeah.
can't pass. We can get a 2-for-1, we can get all,
Right.
you know,
Bunch of new
everything.
trucks
so
up
we're
there with
already
that
turning
same
down
grant.
one of them, but
Yeah.
what exactly, help me understand
We
how
saved
often
the
a
city,
backhoe is
$750,000
Do what?
with the trash trucks,
Yeah.
with this grant.
Yeah, I know.
It's $170,000
Well, we-
reimbursement.
How often do you
So if
use
we
the
do-
water?
yeah.
the
We use
backhoe?
backhoes every day,
I know, okay.
every day, both of them.
Yeah.
They go for digging up water main breaks, street repairs, brush, every day they're used.
So
So
it's not
you're-
something we cannot do without.
So you're telling us, Marvin, I just want to make sure, because we're going to budget season, that if we approve this, that water fund will stay in the black and will not cause any issues that you can see right now down
That
the
I
road.
can see right now, no.